Can you just hold on for a second? I'm on my hamburger phone.
Okay, whew, that's better. Welcome to A Tough Act to Follow. I'm Preston, aka the Ploominator, and I will be your master of ceremonies as we celebrate a year of highlighting the very best and brightest stars in Hollywood. And when it came time to choose who gets to be the big star on the anniversary episode, I had no doubts as to who this name should be. Someone who has defined himself time and time again from a very young age. Someone who hasn't even begun to peak yet. Someone who has revolutionized the industry. And that man is Elliot Page. And I want to be straightforward. Elliot hasn't made any major projects since his transition, so the roles that we'll be highlighting are all very female presenting because that's where Elliot was at the time. This is in no way meant to be disrespectful or lack any acknowledgement of his identity as a trans man. I fully support Elliot's journey of self-discovery, and I cannot wait to see what he's going to bring to the screen in the next few years. I'm sure that he will be a beacon of representation, a powerful advocate for trans men and women everywhere, and as he always has been, a tough act to follow. So let's talk about the specific talents that have made Elliot such a phenomenal performer. The first big one brings us all the way back to the first episode of the series, listening. Actors don't seem like natural people if they just wait for their turn to talk. They actually have to respond to what's being said to them and what's being done around them. And Elliot's so good at doing this subtly that I ended up not realizing it until I was 4 movies into the watch. He is a master when it comes to listening to his co-stars.
Does my face lie?
I look at those eyes and I see a girl who reads Zadie Smith, who listens to John Mayer and Coldplay, who loves Monty Python episodes, and who desperately, madly, deeply wants, needs, longs for more chocolate.
Excellent.
But there's actually another component to listening, and that's knowing when to respond. Because just like actual conversation, lines in a movie don't always have clear distinctions for when interruptions occur or what parts of lines someone has to respond to, if they respond at all. And Elliot is phenomenal at this. His instincts for how to respond show a supreme understanding of how humans talk. Speech can be messy, and Elliot makes that messiness look natural.
You took your time sniffing out someone my age.
I didn't talk to the others because they were boring. You and I connected.
Oh, right.
Oh, come on. You think I faked all that?
You know, actually, it's kind of funny. Because every time I would mention some, like, obscure singer or band, you knew so much about them. But not right away. It was like a few minutes later.
And this understanding of humanity, as well as his willingness to listen, comes from Elliot's next 2 traits. Elliot's a very curious and observant actor. He's constantly seeking understanding both in and out of character, and you can watch him studying his co-stars as the scene progresses and really processing the information as he discovers it, as if it was the first time he'd actually realized these things, even if he's rehearsed this 100 times.
Yours?
Yes. Remember, you are the dreamer. You build this world. I am the subject. My mind populates it. You can literally talk to my subconscious. That's one of the ways we extract information from the subject.
How else do you do it?
By creating something secure like a bank vault or a jail, the mind automatically fills it with information it's trying to protect. Understand?
Then you break in and steal it.
And that curiosity allows these characters to grow as they observe the world. These new discoveries and observations cause for different reactions as they occur later and later in the movie. The character that Elliot created at the beginning of the movie and the character that leaves the movie, while being the same character, represent a progression. Humans have to grow or the characters get boring, and if the characters get boring, then the story is boring. And that journey is one Elliot gives to each and every character. And this causes us, the audience, to never forget him.
What are you doing here? I know who you are. What are you doing here?
I'm just trying to understand.
How could you understand? Do you know what it is to be a lover?
But this journey never goes beyond the realm of reality. Inception is a big, wild science fiction movie, and it's Elliot's role among all of them that really keeps it grounded. Without his work, the movie would still be good, but it wouldn't be as easy for us to follow. Elliot is our guide as we observe these movies. Even when he's not the main character, it is often his perspective that we have to take note of.
This is it. Is this all your homework? Oh. Great job. You don't even need me.
And Elliot really goes for it with all of these roles. He doesn't settle. Just because someone is grounded doesn't mean that they're low energy. Elliot absolutely knows how to make a role which grounds the movie, a role that is still dynamic. He's remarkably good at this, and it makes his characters shine and flourish in all moments, but especially when the stakes are really high. And Elliot's no slouch when it comes to being physical either, whether it means stances and posture or the way the character walks. Elliot commits completely to a character's physicality, and this is especially evident when it comes to watching a character progress with a physical skill. It shows the commitment that Elliot puts into a role.
41, gonna improve on that. 39, 32, not bad. 29, let's go. 23.
Looks like you've got some competition.
Yeah, wake me when she learns how to throw a hit. Or take one.
But the physicality isn't separate from the other parts of the character. The way we move and stand often informs how we come across, and Elliot knows this as well, and he makes that aspect of the character informative of the larger character. And it's just as integral to that character as the intentions, vocal choices, and even the script itself.
You can't do that.
She just did. We deserve better villains.
And I know I'm focusing on some very niche things, but that's because Elliot has just mastered the fundamentals. He's intentional and tactical in every single role I've highlighted, and it's so second nature for him that he gets to play with all these other details. His ability for creating a complete character and breathing life into that character stand out, and it's something that has given him star power from very early on.
We found them in the penny saver next to the exotic birds. And they have a legitimate lawyer, and I was gonna go meet with them next weekend.
Junebug, that is a tough thing to do. It's probably tougher than you can understand right now.
No, I know. And it's just that I'm not ready to be a mom.
Damn Skippy you're not. You don't even remember to give Liberty Bell her breathing meds.
That was once, and she did not die, if you recall.
And the best part of this is that Elliot's just getting started. He's got a great journey ahead of him, and I cannot wait to see where it goes, because Elliot's grown with each and every role, and now he's going to be far more open and honest in his future roles. That's something that Elliot already gives to his roles. I mean, he's very open and willing to push himself to numerous lengths to give the best performance possible, and we are the ones who benefit the most from this openness, so as it progresses in the future, it's only going to get better.
I still have your virginity.
God, would you shut up?
What, are you ashamed that we did it?
No.
Because at least you don't have to have the evidence under your sweater. I'm a planet.
Wait, let me get your bag. You shouldn't be carrying it.
What's another 10 pounds?
So why do we love Elliot Page? 1. Elliot listens. Elliot's able to navigate dialogue beautifully because he takes the time to listen to his co-stars and shows the moments where the other person's line sparks his thought. From there, he lets that thought process and fuels his response, and it all comes together fantastically. 2. Elliot is curious. Elliot takes the time to really explore and observe the world around him. His character doesn't just exist as a passenger in the film, but as someone who is making active choices and growing over the course of the movie based on those discoveries. 3. Elliot fully commits. Elliot doesn't let the role be passive in any respect. All areas of the character are developed, and that allows those characters to come to life, whether speaking, reacting, moving, or even just standing still. No component is forgotten or left out. 4. Elliot integrates physicality. Elliot allows the characters to grow not only in their intentions, but also through the way that they move. And as a character gains a new physical skill, Elliot lets that skill develop in a natural progression. It is often an overlooked character detail, but one which informs so much more of the character than we may first realize. 5. Elliot is an icon. Elliot is someone who has become a household name, and for good reason. His reputation for delivering iconic moments, combined with his willingness to grow and be open and honest both on and off camera, has given him an ability to be trusted and deliver great performances, and the best part is, he's only getting started. And when I say Elliot's an icon, I mean it. He's coming into a far deeper understanding of himself, and it means that the roles he's going to be playing in the future are some of the best ones yet. But I can't look into the future. I can only look at what's already been done. So I have to celebrate what's already been presented to us. So for now, these are my 5 essential Elliot Page performances. 1. Hard candy. Content warning, this movie has disturbing themes of pedophilia. But Elliot and co-star Patrick Wilson's performances drive this hard and tough revenge thriller to a breakneck pace, and the tension doesn't let up for more than a few moments. 2. Inception. This is one of the most original and clever science fiction movies in the past decade, and it really allows Elliot to play a smart and decisive character who evolves over the course of this movie about dreams within dreams within dreams. 3. The Cured. This zombie drama shows not only how Elliot has grown up over the last few years, but also how physical he can be when given the chance. The role also has great moments of vulnerability, and the premise is laced with a strong social commentary and a unique look at the well-worn genre. 4. Whip It. This movie allows Elliot to really dive into a physical and hilarious character while still playing with genuine intentions and grounding the character in a strong reality. This movie is really funny, and you'll be finding yourself enjoying all the performances, but especially Elliot's. 5. Juno. This is Elliot's most known role, and for good reason. This movie is tender, funny, clever, and ultimately very honest as it takes the topic of teen pregnancy and really allows it to be a human story. And without Elliot's phenomenal performance at its center, the movie wouldn't work nearly as well. And that is why Elliot Page is a tough act to follow. Thank you all for watching this and every video this year. I'm so excited to see what the next year has in store. What Elliot Page roles are your favorites? Are you looking forward to what is next for him? What are your favorite videos from this past year? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a like. If you do, I promise I'll make next year even better. And if you know somebody who would just love this content, please feel free to share it. If you want to help me make even better videos, head on over to my Patreon. Plus, you get a thanks in subsequent videos if you do. Thanks, Mom and Dad. And to experience the next great year of fun, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode of what's coming next. Thank you all for a great year of Tough Act to Follow. And as I always say, thanks for taking the time to get Ploominated.